this stuff up. See, already, this thing should just magically pop on. From me, right, I don't even know my right from my left.
Yep. And look, you always forget.
What
You
do
always
I-
forget to freaking balance these
How
out.
do you know I forgot?
Cause I can see them. They're
How
all.
can you see? I had already fixed them. They're in level 2.
How you gonna tell me, man? Okay. Level 2. All
Yeah,
right.
just because your eyes are crooked, that don't mean you're my.
My bad, man. My
No,
bad.
there's
Hey,
a-
my intent wasn't to shame you.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
It wasn't to shame you. I promise. Well, do you experience family? What's going on? Welcome back. This is week 6
Welcome
now.
back. Yeah, week 6.
Week 6, episode 6. It's already been more than a month since we've gone live.
Mm-hmm.
My God,
More than a month.
it's coming fast. Before you know, it's gonna be a year.
A year since
5
we
years.
started, 5 years, 10 years, 20, 100,
And
150. So welcome back, everyone. What's the good word? Well, let's see. What do we got in store for you today? What
Let me
is
see.
it going to be
Like this.
today?
If I had a hat, I would have been.
Just a little hat, like you pull out a bunny. Pull out a bunny first.
That'd be
So
pretty
just
cool.
kidding, guys.
That'd be pretty cool. Just a little. All right. So today, just a bunny comes out. Nah,
Or an
today
elephant just pulls out of the hat. You just pull out a bird.
I pull out.
I always like to.
I pull out like rope.
uh,
It's like it's just nonstop. Dude, I don't know how they do that.
It's cool. I've always wanted to. When I was a kid, I wanted to be a magician.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I
just think-
tried. I
just
tried
think
to do magic.
The illusion of all that stuff is so cool.
Yeah, I tried to do magic, but I
The
couldn't.
sleight of the hand is faster than the eye can see.
That's all it is, sleight of hand. Oh, I mean, I'm sure it's like it's precision, sleight of hand. But it's a tough. I wouldn't call it a sport, but it's a tough like task. You got to be
Because it
really
requires,
precise.
right?
You
It
gotta-
requires precise, and you have to be involved in everything at the same time, and everything's purposeful.
Yeah.
Everything that you're doing
It's purposeful.
is very purposeful.
That is not what we're talking about today. We're not talking about precision or purpose. We're talking about kind of purpose is
Actually,
kind of
purpose is
precision.
kind of-
Precision, maybe. But today's topic is gonna be a good one. We're gonna be talking about the power of intent, of intention,
intent.
which
Mhm.
means basically
It doesn't mean to be inattent. It doesn't. There's some words that the etymology doesn't just work out that way. But intent, what does it mean?
like your why, basically.
Your why,
Your why.
your purpose.
Your purpose,
So,
your aim.
This is where it does get pretty precise.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So it's intent, your why, your reason for doing things.
Your the only reason why you're doing it is because the intentions that you're getting from it.
This is the thing that charges you up. This is the thing that you wake up in the morning and you're just ready to go. This is the thing that you go to bed and you can't wait. You can't even sleep just because you can't wait for the next day so you can get started.
To get
and going
started,
again.
huh? Start going hard.
It's the intent of things, right?
Mm.
And how you decide on your intent is how you will do the rest of everything else.
Right. I think there's like a 3-step or there's 3 like a 3, 1, 2, 3. You have your goal,
Mm-hmm.
which is
Just the target.
the target, right? And then you have right underneath that is your intentions, right? Your why. Why is that your goal?
Mm-hmm.
And then right beneath that is your actions, right? Your
Right.
habits. How are you gonna get there?
Right. And I would organize that in a way where your purpose would go first, right? Because you find out your why, your purpose, or your reason for it, your total intent of that. You find out. For example, if you want to get smarter, right?
Right.
You would say, okay, I want to have wisdom. Well, what does wisdom mean to me? Well, wisdom means that I have answers to questions that I didn't before. So that's my why. And why am I doing? Well, that's my goal. But why am I doing this? Because I just feel that for me to be successful, I have to be intellectual. I have to be smart. I have to be wise. So that's my purpose. My purpose is to be wise, and then my goal is how to get there. Is my target? Sorry. How am I going to get there? I'm going to read books. I'm going to read 1 book a month. I'm going to read 1 book a week. I'm going to read
You're gonna
5 hours a day.
educate yourself, right? Whatever you need
Educate
to do to make that happen. And again, that Jimmy Roney quote.
Jimmy Roney.
If the how is strong,
enough.
the why is easy.
Yes.
Right? Which is that intent. If that intent is strong, if that intent for me personally, this what we got going on, my intentions are world changing. Right? I want to help the world. I want to help every single body I can possibly can. That's my intentions.
Mm-hmm.
So if my how is strong enough, the why is easy.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That how is strong enough for me. It's changing the vibration of the earth to just create some sort of peace, right?
Correct.
That's the intent. That's the how for me, or that's the why for me.
Mm-hmm.
Now the how,
which is your intent, yeah.
Exactly. And now the how is, again, it obviously it's not easy, but it's clear. It's clear. I know what needs to get done. I know how I can attack certain things. I know what needs to get done. Whatever the case is, it's just it gives me more of a clear vision, a clear focus on what I need to do, right?
Because that's your guiding light. That's your North Star.
Right.
You know where you want to get to. That's it. And this is the reason why you want to get there. So you have the energy behind it. You have the power that goes behind that.
Yeah.
And then you have the target that goes behind it. And then you start doing the actions to get you there, because nothing happens without action.
Nothing
you
happens
definitely
without
need action for anything
you,
to happen.
you always say, even making a decision to not make a decision is making a decision. Like to not do something is also choosing not to do something.
Mm-hmm.
So why not just chase it? Go get up and do it. Go get up and fail. You can't be afraid to fail. I think a failure is part of that growth, right? It's part of that learning. It's part of that just becoming just living life. You have to fail. It's okay. But again, if the how is strong, the why becomes easier. The how has to be meaningful. It has to be how can I even put this into words? Like the how has to be something where when you explain it to people, they look at you and go, "What did you just tell me?" Like it's got to be deep. It's got to have sentimental value. It's got to have feelings. It's got to have the purpose, the reason why you're on this earth, that intention to whatever it is, that's got to be strong. You got to, of course, you got to dig deep and find out what that is.
And we talked about self-reflection last time, and a lot of that will happen in your self-reflection once you start looking into that. Right, a lot of what we've wanted to do with every single one of the pods is to make sure that every single one of the pods builds upon each other.
Mm-hmm.
Right, again, it's like we always say in every single one of them is like stackable skills or stackable boxes where each one of them is supposed to build on the next one. And the goal here is for you guys to implement on anything that you are learning from us, right? It's not about I'm going to watch it till the end and then I'm going to start applying from. It's just apply in small doses. Just apply it in small doses, right? The original one was focus. Then focus on focus. How can I do something where I'm not as focused that I need to get focused on?
Yeah.
Right? And then you move on from there. So ultimately, intent is what sets you up on that first initial point to where you're like, okay, do I want to, my intent is, for example, my intent would be, do I want to work out just to get strong, or do I want to work out to be healthy? And your intent with that is going to decide what
course you're going to go. Yeah.
What course you're going to take, right? Is my intent to be as filthy rich as I can possibly be, or is my goal to be happy and comfortable?
Yeah.
To be able to provide for my family and have that.
Wow, that's how deep and detailed you have to go into about your intentions, right? You have to, because you can be broad about something, but how are you going to be able to hit that target if it's too broad?
Because broad doesn't spark emotion. It's really, and I heard this in The Devil's Advocate, and I might have talked about it in self-reflection, but it's something to where you need to spark energy and life into stuff, and that's done through what you feel, right? Your feelings and your emotions are super important. You have to learn how to manage them, but that doesn't mean that you do not have them. That just means you've learned how to channel them, right? You have to understand how to manage your emotions, how to channel your emotions to better serve you. Everything is about control. That's why if there is no enemy within, the enemy outside can do you no harm. That's
Mm.
why that's why it's important to self-reflect and look at yourself, and then from there build. Right?
Yeah.
You're the cornerstone.
Yeah.
You're the cornerstone to everything. Once you discover yourself, discovering the world becomes a lot easier.
And fun too.
And that is from your intent.
Yeah.
What is my intent? Well, for you, right, it's you want to help the world in whichever way you can. So your actions have led to the pod. Your actions lead to the words you speak. Your actions lead to the action. The things you do lead to the actions you take
Yeah.
because of what your
My
intent is.
intentions are. Yeah. Literally, my intention was to. How can I help? Okay. Once I figured out my intentions, okay, I want to change the world. Right. I want to be world changing, life changing. That intention right there brought me here. It
Mhm.
brought this. It brought this to life because that was my intention. So then I just had to figure out, okay, how can I get there? How can I
Mhm.
get to that goal? How can I so it started through, okay, I have to focus on me first.
Right.
If I want to help people, I have to help myself first.
You have to help yourself first.
You know what I mean? So I got that. Of course, I'm always learning and growing and helping myself every day. Of course, I'm not perfect. I'm still making mistakes and I'm still learning, but I acknowledge that I'm not perfect, right? And I acknowledge that I'm gonna to the day that I die, I'm gonna learn and I'm gonna make mistakes and I'm gonna continue to grow. But like before, I used to think Mr. Nate Dogg over here was perfecto. Mr. Nate Dogg over here was, nothing was wrong with him,
Right. Right.
and it goes back to a lot of like stories that my intentions back then, a younger Nate, the intentions was to, prove something or was to show something to people like, oh yeah, I got it, or
Mm-hmm.
I'm this person, I'm this, I'm that, like I'm Mr. Cool Guy, whatever the kid. Like my intentions were that, all right? They were to floss, to show off, to
Flaunt, yeah.
to be
Vanity.
to what?
Vanity.
Vanity. Yes, yes, yes. So that was my intentions back then, right?
Mhm.
And if those were my intentions, so I created habits, I created actions to get that
Mhm.
intention. But down the line, like it was doing me harm, right? I was lost. I was very confused. I was doing a lot of things that I shouldn't have. I was, waking up in hospitals because I thought I was cool. Like it's just it goes deep,
Yeah.
and like again, I have to if I wanted to help somebody else, I have to help myself first.
100%.
And that just through that thought of intention of fixing the world or not fixing the world, just changing the world, right? Because I wouldn't say fixing because I wouldn't say that, but just how like life changing, how world changing. I have to help myself, or I have to change myself first, and just through that thought of intent, right? It changed my life.
Mm-hmm.
It has absolutely changed my life. So I'm gonna cheers to that because old
I'm
Nate.
gonna give you a little cheers to that too, because it has been a long way that you've come, and
Yeah, how you gonna cheers and not sip,
I know,
Papa?
I'm still getting used to this whole thing
You
here.
are,
You know,
you
it's-
are.
It's distracting. It's been a long way that you've come. You've learned a lot, and there's a lot of these things that happen progressively.
yeah,
You cannot take it all in with a fire hose. If you were drinking out of a fire hose, you probably
drown.
couldn't do it.
yeah,
Right. So it's the same thing. Is you got to take it each step, one step at a time. You can't build 50 habits in one day. You have to build one habit, make it stick, then stack the other habit on top of that, and make that stick, and then stack the other habit to where you figure out how to systematize that to where
Mhm.
now you're just able to plug and play,
Yeah.
Oh, I want to do this. Boom, you just plug it into your system and let it run for you.
And I think systems are important too. Very powerful, and if used correctly, right? You can have
It's very powerful in either direction. It's like leverage. It could be great for you if you know how to use good leverage, and it could be bad for you if you do not properly prepare.
just
for
like
that
intent
leverage.
though. Intent can be good
Yes,
or intent can be bad.
right.
Right? For example,
Tend
oh,
to be selfish.
you're right, right. There's like a bad intention, there's a good intention, and there's a I don't know if you would call it like a neutral,
Mm.
but like if I wanted to do good, but I made the situation worse or bad,
No,
like
yes.
my
Your
intentions
intentions were
my
good.
intentions were there of good, like it came from a good place, but it ended up causing something. So I think that's okay, right? But once you start becoming selfish and your intentions are for the wrong things, that's when you really gotta, if if you are that person, that's something you gotta dig deep in
Hmm.
yourself to, you know,
To comprehend.
to comprehend and make change.
Right.
B, if you're not, if you're on the other side of that pedestal, like if you're on that other side, if you're the one getting, you got to realize that as well. You got to realize those people that, who's gonna go in there in the fire to save you, right? Who are those people that are gonna go in there and try to get you, and who are the people who are just
Right.
gonna look,
Yeah.
right?
Who was the person? Who are the people that are running into that burning house to help you out? Right. Those are the people you want to keep close.
Mm-hmm.
And going to intent. That's why they say the road to hell is paved with good intent. Because a lot of us
Mm.
intend to do good, but what shows is different.
Yeah.
But I feel that the intention is, once it's not a selfish one. One, you're going to feel better when it's not selfish. And when we speak of selfish, it doesn't mean that, oh, you're selfless and all you give is everything of yourself. No, because we've already established that you need time for yourself, that you need to care for yourself, that you need that time with yourself to find yourself, to be and really reach down there and
You gotta
extract
lose
that.
yourself,
You
like
got to lose
Eminem.
yourself to find yourself.
I finally understood that damn song.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And a lot of those songs have like really deep
Yeah.
meaning when you really pay attention.
Yeah.
Right. So you got to go deep. So your intention is to pull that out of you. It's like, okay, what am I? Who do I want to be? When do I have the most? When am I the most happiest? When am I the most fulfilled? What are these things? And then you find out what's there's a Japanese extra. I think it's Kaizen. Is it Kaizen? It's one of those where you're setting it up, and you kind of see where things you're good at, the things that you like, and where they meet in the middle, and then you just kind of find something that you can go to that gives you all of that, and that's kind of what you're doing with your life. You're figuring out, it's like, okay, I'm a family man. I want to have a family, right? If you don't have a family and you're a family man and all that stuff, then you set yourself up for that, right? Because if you want to have a wife and kids and all that stuff, well, you got to
Or
set
husband.
yourself or husband. You want to set yourself up for that, right? Especially in today's world where you got to be very structured, very intentional with how
You
you
do.
organize your finances, because
Yeah.
things are expensive. Things are
Yeah.
expensive, and kids are expensive, and I think that's why we're not having, or generations are waiting longer to have kids.
That's
But
interesting.
and that goes into a whole other scheme
other-
that I have going on in not it's a whole other
That's a whole other
thought
pod, huh?
process that's going on in my mind, which we can have at a different date.
Yeah, I also want to get your take on that. Like, that would be a deep combo for you, and you're like coming
Mhm.
out of you, like asking you like, what are your thoughts on, or not your thoughts, but like what is your plans with like a child or something? Like that would be a deep conversation
Right.
for another time.
Right.
But ahorita el señor Vic, ahorita that's not in his mind right now. No.
It's always takes up space in the mind,
Yeah.
because it's the natural progression of things.
Yeah.
But going back to it, right? Intent is that is it can be, it's like anything. Everything is a tool that can be used both ways.
Right.
A hammer can be used to nail something down and make a nice cabinet or put something up, but it can also be used as a weapon. Right?
I personally believe that there's not a single soul on this earth that is genuinely evil. Like, there's not a single soul, I personally believe, that was born to be mad or evil or hate.
Mm.
Right? So, but there's people that do those actions, right? There's people that do hate at a super far level, right? There's people that do that are evil, right? And I think intentions again play a huge role into that, right? If you again, you got to seek good. You got to seek the pureness in your soul, in your heart, because there's purity in there somewhere, right? But you got to change those intentions up of why, instead of attacking, how can I help? How can I uplift somebody? You know what I mean? And again, it goes back to the
You're
intentions.
shifting the intention.
Exactly.
Right. You're shifting the intention.
Again, if you got to self-reflect on who you are as a human, how others make you, how you make other people feel, and ask yourself, is this who I want to be? Is this who I intend to be? Is this my intentions for these people?
Right.
Or because again, I think we're all I've been reading the Bible lately, so I'm feeling that like we're all here on this earth. We're all put here to like love and care for each other, and it's just a community. It's just be nice. It doesn't cost you anything to be nice to anybody.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So just change that intent from how can I take to how can I give more. Make that your intentions, right? How can I give more? Also by giving, you got to give to yourself, of course, because
Well, that's where you start.
That's-
You cannot. I cannot pour you water if I have no water in my cup.
mm-hmm.
So I have to fill up my cup first.
Mm-hmm.
I have to make sure that I have a cup.
Yeah.
Once I find out that I do have it, and I know exactly what my cup looks like, then I can go
You
and
can therefore, and
fill.
again, you gotta. It's on you. You gotta make sure you got yourself is taken care of first, and that's not selfish. I don't believe in that. People are like, oh, you're so selfish because you just care about you.
No, you have to have that.
You got to.
You have to have that. You have to care for yourself. You have to love yourself. You have to love yourself, not in the sense of thinking that you're above things, but loving yourself in the sense of I matter. I'm important. I'm worth something.
That's fire right there.
And then when you have the right intentions, when you have the right purposes, the right goals, the right directions, and things like that, that just powers that up even more. It fills you up even more. It builds that fortress because you begin to think I'm a good person.
Yeah.
Right? I want to see other people do good. And my intention is to do good. So I'm going to be good. I'm going to say good. Right? I'm going to build good so that way I know that I'm doing good stuff. And then I feel good about myself because my actions are proving what I want to be. So we're aligned. We're coherent. There's no mixed messaging.
Alignment is huge. It's key. When you're aligned to what you believe in, what you follow, what you say, what you think, you're just like a bullet train compared to a windy road, right? Like you're a bullet train full steam ahead. And you can't have a straight line if your intentions are this, a mixture of. You can have an intention that's going backwards. It can take you back. Like you can be not progressing. I don't know what word I can use, but there's intentions that you want to do this, that. Well, you're just gonna go backwards. You're just gonna go backwards and backwards and backwards. Compared to having an intention of doing good, how can you be stopped? How can you be, how can you not be happy with who you are when you know that you're just doing good? Like your intentions is just to be a good person.
That's it. How can you not be confident in your own ability?
Confidence, another one.
How are you going to let somebody else dictate what your value is when you know that you're a good person? How are you going to let somebody else treat you a certain way when you yourself understand that you're worth more than the way that they're demonstrating, right? So it'll be easier for you to remove yourself from certain situations because you're going to understand is, okay, I'm not being valued here. So I need to go somewhere else. It's like the story of that violinist. So this violinist, he sells out shows.
Ooh.
And the night before,
please tell me about this.
He had just sold out one of the most prestigious theaters.
I think I know this story.
You know the story? So he just sold out one of the prestigious theaters. And he goes into the metro or the subway and he starts playing. And people throw in money in the thing. Just his violin. Well, people throw money into his little case, right? And I think he pulled out anywhere between 200, 300 bucks, euros, whatever it was. But just the violin itself was worth over $1 million.
Damn.
And this guy sells out arenas. But because he was in a place where they did not know his value, that's what he got. But when he goes to where people know his value, he's selling out concerts, arenas, being able to buy $1 million violin.
You see,
what does $1 million violin sound like? What does it feel like?
Oh my gosh, violin is a beautiful instrument too.
I used to play the violin.
Oh yeah, man, I never played it.
A long time ago.
Yeah, it's back when carriages were a thing. Huh?
Back with Freddie Flintstone. We used to compose him, Mozart, and myself.
I love when you play along with that. I love when you go with it. That was funny. No,
We used to be in the ramfla right there. Yeah.
With your feet.
Yeah, I used to be the violin.
Before there was no radio.
Yeah, no
It
radio.
was
It was,
whatever you make on live. No, I mean, but yeah, I mean, you know, your value, right? If you could be the right, you could be at the right place, or you can be the right thing, but at the wrong place,
Mhm.
right, where you're not valued enough.
100%.
But I also have an argument, right? What if, well, not an argument, but you can also say, for me, if you do what you love and your intentions are good, all those things that you can imagine will come. All those things that you want will come because you love it. When you do something that you love,
'Cause you're heading in that direction.
when you're doing something that you love with the most purest version of yourself, the most locked in, the most whatever that is, you're gonna excel at. You become the most purest version. You're gonna do what you love. All those other things are gonna come. You just gotta do what you love. And for him, that guy, that violinist, I don't think that it mattered to him that he was there
Might not. Well, yeah.
because he probably loves playing it so
Mhm.
much that. And again, if you do what you love and you become great, right, and your intentions are good, how can you walk with your head down?
Mhm.
You're gonna be so confident that people are not gonna know who you are in the street. But guess what? Tomorrow you selling out SoFi.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying, or whatever it is, whatever you making,
Whatever your definition of success is.
whatever it is, just do it with the pureness of your heart, right? Pureness of your soul, of your spirit, and intentions have to be good. They have to be good because once they become bad intentions, that's like a dark road. That is a very dark road.
They bring along with other things, right? I think a lot of it goes back to that. If you see any scary movie, they always say that demons are usually travel in packs. So one demon will bring the rest,
Invite
and
more.
invite more. And that's kind of how it is with your habits, with your environment, with your intentions, right? Even if you're well, sometimes we have intentions that are pure, they end up working out in the wrong way. Just kind of how you
Yeah, there's a story
Mr.
behind
Engineer over here. But ultimately, that is if you if your intentions are not good or not of pure thought, then those carry with it certain consequences. And your pure thoughts and your pure actions do carry certain consequences with them.
Mm-hmm.
Now you just have to decide what consequences you want.
Mm-hmm. Every decision has a consequence. Every action has a consequence. Everything you do, say has a consequence. And like you were saying, do you want the good consequences or the bad consequences?
Mm-hmm.
And which one are you okay with? Which one do you want? Which one do you aspire? Right? I for me, I'm not perfect. Right? I make decisions. I'm gonna mess up, but the intentions was good, and I still fail or make someone or whatever whether I did what I was supposed to do or I didn't, my intentions were good. I can walk with my head high, knowing you know what my intentions were great. It didn't end up the way I wanted to, but I'm okay with it.
That's where you have to self-reflect. You have to take a step back and self-reflect.
Yeah.
It's like my intentions were good, but why didn't that work out how I wanted to work out? Did I get over eager? Was I,
Yeah.
not in the right state of mind? But that's where that would come in, right? As long as you're self improving every single time, as long as you're looking to get better every single time, that 1% better every single time, where you know you made a mistake after you make it, and you genuinely want to make up for it in the sense of you want to, I guess, redeem yourself in a way where you want to go back and say, hey, I messed up there. Let me make it up.
Yeah.
Right. I mess it. You're taking ownership, responsibility.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So when you yourself, your subconscious, and you know that you say you're going to do something and you do it, you make mistakes, but you fix them. You find problems and you fix them. I mean, what do you think that does to yourself when you know that no matter what, even if you deviate from that line, you're going to get right back on the line because that's just the kind of person you are. And your
Yeah.
intent is going to guide that line. That's what's going to, your intent is what's going to make that line clear and straight
Mm-hmm.
because it's led by your why, right? My why is to be a great person. My why is to be a good family man. My why is to be, have a bunch of wonderfully inspired and motivated people that just are ready to do stuff in their life and ready to change lives like that. That's those are your intents. Those are the things that drive you. And when you envision that and you dream from that and you look at that, it just fuels you. It just keeps you going. It's like when we were speaking, I forgot who we were speaking. Might have been speaking with you or somebody else, but I was. But the easiest, I think it was you. The easiest way to lead is to be
By example.
by example.
Lead by example.
Lead
Yeah.
by example. If you want others to do what you're doing, just let them see that you are doing it. Let them get motivated by what you are doing. That's why you have to become the change you want to see.
Yeah. You got to be a leader to lead leaders, to lead future leaders,
Mhm.
right? If For me, it's like I can be doing. I'm doing this. We are doing this. But at the end of the day, like at the end of it all, my goal is to make everyone here a leader, everyone here like a world changer, everyone here some sort of just they become this version of themselves where they are changing the world in their own way. You
Your
know,
own
that's
way.
that's kind of that's what my intention, like I said, is for this. It's just to create leaders, to create good people, create people who care, loving, kind, because that's what we need. That's what this world needs.
Mm.
When there's more of that, the vibration, the earth just starts to feel like it's just peaceful,
Mm-hmm.
And if we can do this with 10 people, 15 people, 20, out of those 20 people, they share it to, or they talk to, or they make impact, right? To another community.
Impact. It's important.
They make impact to another community. That's another three to five people. And out of those 3 to 5 people, one of them's gonna make an impact in another community.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just how you grow. That's just
Mhm.
how it is. And in my mind, that's how I'm playing this all out, right? I know I'm not gonna make a month worth of videos and hit 1 million people in that 1 month. Like I know that it's gonna take time. Again, it's a process.
Depends.
I mean, it depends,
Depends.
but that's not my like. I'm not looking at that right now. Right, for me right now,
Your
it's just,
intent is not the fame.
it's not.
See, and that's where it goes back to the intent, right?
Mm,
It's the intent is to impact. The intent is to inspire. The
mhm,
intent is to awaken, right? As opposed to fame, right?
mhm.
Fame is another form of vanity, right? It's just about me. It's what I
Yeah,
want. It's
yeah.
I want the glory. I want everything for me. Versus in this different sense where the intent is I want others to have their moment of glory, and I want others to awaken themselves, and
Because I
want
know what
others
that
to be
feels like.
inspired.
I know what that feels like. I know what this that that fire. I know what it feels like.
Mm-hmm.
I just want the world to know what it feels like.
Mm-hmm.
I want everyone out there to know what I feel, what I go through on a daily basis, where my mind is at, where I'm just dreaming. I'm not dreaming like daydreaming, but I'm I have goals, I have visions, I
I've
have
caught you a few times doing that.
like this.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that's my intention. My intention is just to
What do like your instructor from the boxing instructor that you had? Hands up, boom.
Man, you can't tell me to put my hands up. Who do you think you are telling me to put my hands up? Boom! Ever
Yeah.
since then, I went.
You, you learn your lesson. So that's why sometimes you got to take some hits to learn your lesson. Sometimes you got to fail to learn them lessons.
Yeah, sometimes.
Readjust and then go.
Yeah, course correct. But yeah, man,
Course correct.
that's my intentions with everybody. Everyone I meet in person as well, my intention is just to it's just to see you, become a see. Dude, I'm telling you, I love what I do at work because I get to speak to so many people, and I get to talk to. You never know who you're gonna talk to, what their story is, what. And today I was talking to a guy about. He asked me like I helped him out, and he asked me how's your morning going, and I'm like it's good, a little early morning. I'm like, I'm starting to
Early morning.
I'm starting to wake up at 5 now, and he was like, oh really? He's like, me too. He's like, not today, but me too. And I'm like, yeah, just get more stuff done and try to beat the day. And he was like, that's really good, man. Like, good for you. And then I told him I'd like to get some reading in, and he was like, what book are you reading? And I told him The Courage to Be Disliked, right? And I started telling him what it was like, what it was about, and whatnot. And he was like, yeah, like reading is powerful. And then he said, knowledge is power. And then I hit him with a little jab. I said, knowledge is potential power. And he was like, knowledge is potential. And then he said, the reason that is he's like, because people, if you don't apply it, then it don't matter. And he's like, you gotta read, apply. And I've been doing that. I've been reading, applying, and I've seen the growth instantly. Like I've seen the change. I've seen I've seen just who I'm becoming, just different.
How you feel, how you walk, how you talk, what you say. All those things change once you get in line with what your vision and your total life purpose is. And how do you get closer to your life purpose is seek inside. All the answers you want are already inside of you.
Yeah.
You already know. If I were to tell you, what do you need to lose weight? You already know. You got to work out, and you got to stop eating maybe certain things that you're eating that are not contributing to that. If I asked you how to get a six-pack, well, you probably know a few exercises that'll get you a six-pack. So we already know.
We already know what we need to do.
Right? You feel whenever you've wronged somebody. Right?
Yeah.
You kind of feel it. Something tells you. There's a little jab at you that tells you, hey, your conscience tells you, hey, you might have not done things right there.
Again,
right?
That's why I believe deep down, not a single soul in this world is evil. There's something inside that's like you're pure, you're loving, you're kind. But then
at the
core, you are a beautiful, kind, loving person. All of you, everyone is. And like you said, when you do someone wrong or you do something wrong to somebody or whatever, you there's guilt. There's some sort of feeling. There's some but there's some cold-hearted people out there that still do it, and I don't know if they feel it or maybe they're just like super numb to it because of how much they've done it. But I'm sure it wears on them. It wears on them.
Everything wears on everybody.
I think for me, I think about like drug dealers for the most part. Like the ones who sell like the hard stuff. Like I'm sure they
knowingly they distribute things that are going to hurt somebody.
Yeah, like that. That's a painful one, and all because of money.
That's why when what is it the root of all evil is the love of money.
Not money itself.
Not money itself.
It's
the love of money. It's when money is everything for you.
Yeah.
That is the root of all evil, because that means you will stop at nothing as long as the money comes.
Wow. Yeah, and that's why the intention of, you don't want, your intentions is not to make money. Your intentions is just to do what you love, and the money will come. That's why.
And they also has to be whatever you love does have to produce and be, what's it called? Solve a problem for people, because that's really important. It's really important, right? There was a point in time where newspapers were essential to life. Now, thanks to the advent of technology, it's no longer that essential. So you have to understand where you're at too. I'm not gonna hire a bunch of elevator operators and hope that people are gonna hire them, because it doesn't make any sense. That's not a problem that is necessary. So you also have to make sure that whatever you're getting into is going to be resolving an issue. And the bigger issue, when I say issue, I should say problem, the bigger problem that you are solving, the bigger the problem that you are resolving, the bigger the payday can be.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta face it. That's the challenge part, right? People are not willing to challenge themselves, not willing to challenge the mind, the physical, or maybe you are, you just don't know how to get started. But again, that's where you gotta sit with yourself and self-reflect. Again, I think it's very important. You sit there and you ask yourself, what do you really want, right? What do I want out of this life? What do I want to give? What do you got to think that way. You got to think in
You gotta
giving.
determine is who am I, what I want, what makes me happy, what would that ideal version of me be? How would he or her hair be? How would he dress? What would he look like?
Just
What would he
habits.
feel? And then you have that, and then you reverse engineer everything to get to that point.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna modify some of your plan, but you know that your end goal is already there.
I've ever since I've intended to change the damn world, I also, of course, I had to change myself, right? And what I believe, like, who I am, like the type of person I want to be known by, like
Mm.
all that. I had to change that. And ever since I did, um, I'm gonna be honest with you. I've never like, I haven't lost in a while, even though I still take losses, sure.
But you're learning from them.
But they're
It's,
no longer losses; they're
right.
just lessons for me.
Right.
And it's kind of wild what it's done to my mental, right? It's I've become more happier, clear. I've been more just at peace with every day.
And you don't stay down so long, right? You don't say, "Oh, poor me. Why does this continue to happen to me? Why me? Why me? Why me?" No, you're like, okay. Well, here's what happened. Here's what I could have done better. Here's what I'm going to do next time, and then you move on to.
You
the
got to
next
be a
thing.
problem solver. You
You
got to
gotta be a
be
problem
you got to
solver.
be willing to face on the challenges of life. That you got to be willing to not be lazy. You got to be willing to not make excuses. And
Mm.
for me, it's just
And usually the whole lazy thing, I think it comes from overcomplicating things,
yeah.
and that's why for me the workout, the push up challenge, has been perfect because in the sense is you have no excuse. You have the excuse like, oh, I have to get into a car and I have to go to the gym and I have to do this and this before I can get to this. No, it's you just drop down on the floor. So if you cannot do that for yourself, even 10, just because you said, hey, I gotta do something, right? Then that means you're not committed enough. You're not committed
You
enough
don't
to
want it
yourself.
enough.
You don't want it enough.
You got to want it.
But
You got to want it.
once you realize
Damn, you got to want
that
it.
you deserve it for yourself, once you realize that, it builds in you just like a different energy, a different power. And I want to give a shout out to David for his good work on
Yeah,
that.
that's like 3 shout outs, David. My boy's doing his thing.
He's really putting it on.
He's doing his thing, though.
He's
I
doing
ain't
his
gonna lie.
thing, which is amazing. And I also want to shout out Marco. Marco, we appreciate all the feedback you've been giving us. And it's
Yeah,
it's
Marco,
awesome to
thank
hear
you.
that some of the things that you're getting from here, you're applying and they're working for you.
No,
So,
for real, Marco.
amazing.
Thank you for for sure. Another shout out, Marco. We gonna do shout outs, I bet. Salud a mi gente.
Oye, mi gente.
Shout out Nat. It was her birthday a couple days ago.
Okay.
Happy birthday to you, Nat. I love you. Thank you for everything you've done. Great role model, great leader, great pioneer. So shout out to Nat. That's all I got.
Right. You made it sound like you were about to.
No.
go through a
No,
laundry
it's because
list of
I meant to do it last pod,
Mm.
but I just forgot. So
There you go, Nat. Happy birthday.
yeah,
And
I'm
you
taking her out to dinner. So
You're taking her out to dinner. That's
Mhm.
the least you can do.
mm-hmm.
Well, just a lot of the things that you've taught Nate have definitely stuck, and there's a good fruit that was planted and is growing.
Yeah. So shout out to her.
Mm.
Shout out to Yeah, that's it. That's all I got.
Okay, moving on. So-
My intentions were good,
So
but I
your
just
intentions were good. You just
I just
your
couldn't
memory's
stick with
faulty.
it. Yeah. No,
See?
I had no one to
Good
shout
intent.
out. Just
So, we shout out everybody. We shout out all of you guys that continue to come back on and see if there's
Yeah.
something new, or see that you can pick something up. And if you do, and you're sharing that with people, and you're growing, or you're becoming excited because of everything that you're gaining from it, you're seeing the result from it. You're seeing just that self. Something is happening to yourself where you're noticing different things that you're doing. The reason The reason for the physical first is because it's the first thing you can see. You can see that you're doing something to your body.
Yeah.
This is why the gym or whenever anybody's going through a traumatic experience, it's the hair changes, right? Either
Yeah.
you haircut or hair color change. It's because you wanna take ownership of a new persona. You
Yeah.
want to shift, you want to change, and that's the easiest way for you to see a change. The one that takes a little longer is your physical change. If you start working out, that does it, or the clothes you start wearing, right? That
Mm.
does it as well. So if you put all that stuff together, then that's how you build a new you,
Yeah.
right? But who you build has to be 100% authentic.
Authentic, baby.
Authenticity is the most important feeling you can have. Is that no matter where you go, you're gonna be okay because you know who you are.
You want people to love you for who you are, and not for who you're not.
Not for who you don't want to pretend to be this
Mhm.
person that you're not, because once the musical chairs stop and you're sitting there and that's not who you are, and people have this idea of who you are and you're not that, guess what? They might not be there for you. So that's why start with you. Numero uno, number one. Start
Numero
there.
uno.
The center, the core. And then that is going to align you. That's going to give you clarity. And then you're going to begin to attract the people and the environments you need to be in to grow that authenticity.
Mm-hmm.
And it all starts with your purpose, your why, your intent. Why do you want to do it all?
Mm-hmm.
Why do you get up in the morning?
Why do you get up?
What charges you up? What is the first thought that comes to your mind as soon as you open your eyes and you see you have another day, another shot, one opportunity to seize everything you ever wanted? One moment.
Hey man, Eminem. I heard you came to Vic back then. You came to this guy over here and
That's
asked
right.
for advice.
Putting down a few things for the guy.
So just
So-
in summary, I think your intentions have to be. Listen, intentions can be whatever you want them to be, but if they're on the good side of the spectrum, you can't lose. You will never lose. Even if you fail, you won't lose if the
Mhm.
intentions are good and they come from a good place, the heart.
Correct.
You can't lose. Can't lose. So that's what I got. That's what I got for me personally with
Yes.
the intentions. Just
So
be good.
intentions are super important, right? And this is where everything starts from. So make sure that your intentions are aligned with who you are as a person. At the core, your authentic self. Make sure your intentions are aligned with that. And if they are aligned with that, you will find that all the other things you do get easier because they're coming from the right place. And just know that you yourself, through how you decide to design your life, can inspire somebody else who might be in a similar situation to you. You have the power to change and shift reality based off of how your thoughts and how your idea of yourself is. Your filter of the world can change and move mountains because you can create an experience for somebody that you experience that they might not have expected that you could have.
I was like the violin selling out arenas, but through the words.
The words are magical.
Beautiful, baby. Vic,
Use them to build. Use them to build, use them to create.
be good, be well. Just intentions equal good.
And,
That's it.
intentions equal, just
It's that simple.
intentions plus actions equal results.
Mm-hmm.
Intentions plus action equal results.
Oh, that's a good.
That's
That's a
it.
good
You
equation.
got good
right there.
intentions, you got good actions, you got good results. You
That's
got
it.
bad intention, you got bad results, and you got bad
Bad
actions,
actions, bad results. Yeah.
So it all goes together. And one thing I did want to add, because we got the suggestion, was kind of books that have helped us figure certain things out on the pod. And
All right.
I wanted to take this opportunity to not to do that, but at the same time, I have a little gift for you that I've been
Oh,
meaning,
that's right.
that I've been meaning to give to you.
Oh, that's right.
Right.
That's right.
Especially as we're going into this new cycle that we're going into, and we're going to try a new challenge. I think this is perfect.
Oh,
So I
you gonna
wanted to
whip
give
it
you
out?
that. I'm gonna whip it out
All
right
right,
now.
let's see
Just-
it. Let's see it on cam.
Yeah, you're gonna get to see it all.
I
on
forgot
cam.
about
This
that.
is gonna go on the OnlyFans. Just kidding. Just kidding. So I wanted to give you this
Damn.
book. I just finished it, and I think it's an amazing book. I think Andy Frisella puts it all down here. I think if you read this, you begin to understand everything that we've talked about in the things that how you feel. It's almost poetically put together in how the feeling of
Damn.
how challenging your mind, challenging yourself, pushing past the boundaries that you might have set up for yourself that you didn't even know you had, but pushing through those by doing certain things like the 75 Hard program,
75 hard,
right?
baby.
Which is his kind of challenge to himself to build himself, and I wanted to gift you that.
Damn. Thank you, Vic. Thank you very
So,
much.
I have my version of it here. Which I've
Hard
been-
copy too.
I've
You
been
can't
it's a
go
beautiful
wrong.
book. It's a beautiful book.
Ooh. I'm excited to read this thing. Oh my gosh.
That's his stuff there. All right. So this book it has
Damn.
it has a ton of great things. So
Oh.
if you want to understand a lot of
Oh man, this book looks amazing.
a lot of where I'm coming from and a lot of
Oh,
things, and you
man.
want to understand and really just read through it, it's in here. It's in here. He's done a great job of understanding. He definitely did a lot of self reflection to be able to put this book together.
Wow, Vic.
So
Thank you very
Yeah.
much, sir. Left-handed.
left-handed.
Don't forget that.
Yeah, that's right.
Thank you,
That's right.
man. This is beautiful. Well, there you have it. If you guys wanna, if there's a book we recommend, this is the one for today. The
That
book
book-
on mental toughness.
That book, the book of mental toughness, just shares with you, right? Is to find your authentic self. It shares with doing the things that you would do to make sure that you're aligned to who you are, to challenge yourself so you can grow and begin to respect yourself, to begin to honor yourself, honor your word. That is kind of what he touches on over and over and over again. And then
Damn.
there is a little bit about intent in there as well, which I think is a good chapter as well.
Oh, this book
So-
looks amazing. It looks like a simple read too.
It's a simple read, but it's a deep read. So, and then also another book that also has helped out quite a bit is the Four Agreements.
Yeah.
This book is amazing because and we've talked about it before. We've touched on it before. This is your first book.
That's my first
This
book
was your
right
first
there,
book.
baby.
This was Nate's
But I got the hardcover
first
though.
book. Yeah.
Come on
Yeah,
now.
I like to highlight and all that stuff. I like just because it's easier to do the paper copy, but to preserve and put on the library, the hard copy is nice.
Yeah.
This,
Wow, this is a beautiful book.
this
Thank
right
you.
here is going to teach you the different things, and it goes back to the same thing. If you have this, you're going to feel true to your authentic self,
Mhm.
right? These are four simple agreements that if you were to follow, again, be impeccable with your word, right? Honor your word. Don't take anything personally because you don't know what that other person is going through, and it might not be about you.
Mm.
Don't
You're
make
not the center of the
assumptions.
world.
You're not the center of the world, or of anybody else's world. You're the center of your world.
You're the center of the right. But the bigger picture.
But the
you're
bigger
not,
picture,
you're not the
yes,
center
you're
of it.
a part of the symphony,
Mhm.
right? You're one of the instruments on the symphony.
Yeah.
So play your part right.
Yeah.
Honor the creator, and you're going to see that it's just all going to be a harmony.
Mhm.
And then always do your best.
That's
right?
it.
Just always try to do your best.
That's it. It's that simple, man.
That's the four agreements. So if you want to start somewhere, that's a good place.
That's
to
a
start
great.
as well.
That's a great starter. Great starter. Short, simple, easy read.
Mhm.
This right
And-
here
and
is.
then-
I'm stepping up to the big leagues
Yeah,
right here with
that's-
this one.
That's yeah.
I'm
sure.
stepping up to the big leagues with
For
this
sure.
one.
And another one
That we've talked about much.
that we've talked a lot over and over and over again, and we credit this for a lot of shifts and changes in our lives is Atomic Habits. Earlier today, I was at the grocery store, right, and I was walking around with journals, and there's this lady that said, "Hey, what book do you recommend?" And I said, one that will really change your life is Atomic Habits, because it's not about the big grand thing. It's about the small, tiny, molecular
Atomic.
habits. So great book. Highly recommend it. And then finally, I'm gonna recommend one that's productivity, time management, and stuff like that. Which is, that skill becomes really important in a busy world, because you want to be able to structure your time, structure your days, structure your things to be able to allow for all the growth and things that you want. You want to be able to schedule your workouts, and you want to be able to schedule your time with your family and all that stuff. So you don't. Again,
Mm.
it's what we do with waking up early, right? because you get so far ahead of the day that it allows you flexibility at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
And these little tiny habits that you put together eventually stack to a very different life.
Man, it all works together.
And then these skills that you get on how to be productive, how to manage your time, how to be more effective with what you do, uh, that makes you move faster. And yeah, and that's kind of a few of the ones that I wanted to recommend on this one. And
To get a picture right here.
yeah,
Take a picture right now.
that's a perfect shot out here.
Get your phone.
I got my phone.
Y'all gonna get in the picture right here with me.
You're gonna be in the picture with Nate. Boom.
Boom, baby. Hold on, let me see that before we end off. Hold on,
right.
because this guy don't know how to
Yeah.
take pics, man.
Jesus.
Never does the lighting thing. You gotta do the lighting, get the nice setting going, get the vibe going,
All
get
right.
the tone down. I forgot you didn't.
No,
Back then, your pictures were like this, holding the lamp with the light. All right.
yeah. See, the thing is that you can always edit this. So I don't see why you gotta make it so complicated.
You got the damn picture.
Yeah.
Good God.
Just
Vic, no, for real, honestly, thank you for this. It's a beautiful gift, a beautiful book. I'm gonna cheers you for that one. Two intentions. That's a good
To
intent
intent.
right there.
to intent.
Two
It's
intent.
good intentions. It's good to see. I love to see everyone take on the growth. I love to see everybody germinate that seed. And it's amazing to see when people really latch on to the ideas and really take them and just take them out for a spin. I'm not saying that you have to do anything. You don't have to do anything,
Yeah.
but take them out for a spin. See if they work for you. Try it a few times. If it works for you, share it with somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Don't forget to show us a little love.
Be the
We
change you want to see.
We appreciate all of you guys. And with that, remember, get rid of the noise, focus on the signal, be good, and we love y'all.
Thank you. Thank you for tuning in for another episode on the You Experience podcast, man. Thank you again. We'll be back next week. As per
at it.
usual.
Back at it again next week. Be good, everybody.